All right. Good morning, everybody. Welcome back. How's everybody doing this lovely Wednesday, 5th of May? Good to see you. Good morning. Good morning. Good to see you, Ben, James, Dennis. Welcome, everyone, on Facebook Live and YouTube Live. Good to see you, Grant. Good morning, everybody. So, got a nice little runner moving on really quick with this XRE that we found early this morning. Nice little cheap little stock. Stock was already at a, what happened here? Oops. Something's up on my screens. Hold on one second. Hold on one second. Oops. There we go. So we had a nice little move in this XRF. Nice little pop at 8 o'clock this morning. Good thing you guys showed up at about 7:45. But this thing had a nice little run up already about 240. Nice little over a buck mover. So this stock moved pretty good for our pre-market run. Nice little trade right there. Once again, remember about these penny stocks. I'm not I always bring this up, and I know there's a lot of people listening on YouTube Live, Facebook Live. They don't understand. I mean, the thing is that one of the disadvantages of trading these stocks, it's very, very difficult to see the iceberg orders, to see the big block orders. And if you look on the right here, we're using the TradeStation platform. You're seeing like tenths of a penny. And I actually did an Instagram post on actually a photo on NASDAQ Total View. Kind of stress that out a little bit more. I mean, listen, it's all about following the money. That's what it comes down to it. But anyway, you guys doing pretty well with that. And there was a couple other good stocks. We're going to talk about some stocks that are moving, and we're going to talk about some whatchamacallit, stocks that we traded yesterday that did pretty well. I know you guys did well. There was a lot of earnings actually came out today, and we're going to look at some of those too. They're actually are moving pretty nicely. The problem with some of the earnings that came out like yesterday is that they were expensive stocks, like we're looking at Beyond Meat and stuff like that. They're doing great. But, listen, it's all about risk to reward. And they're moving. They have some good pops. So remember, there's some good traders in the cyber group room right now. And you guys know that, unless you're like a level 4, level 5 trader, then it's right up your alley. But if you're a new trader, beginner, I mean, this stock was obviously doing pretty well. But let's look at some of the stocks before we go through the watch list. And we'll look at it. First of all, regarding about earnings after the bell, we had CLVS that moved pretty nicely. And let me fix my chart so you can see it. So you can see that stock had a nice pop from 770 up to 870. It's kind of holding here kind of flat. SpaceX, SPCE. I know a lot of you guys ain't going to be going on that thing anytime soon. I have $250,000 to fly it, and with Virgin Atlantic going out of this world. Well, anyway, this stock, good earnings, but obviously really moved up a little bit. Nothing great. That one was okay. OXY had earnings announcements after hours too. Didn't really go anywhere. Also, that one, Pinterest. Now, Pinterest obviously took a little bit of a hit yesterday, 22 after hours. Earnings came out, dropped all the way down to 17. It's down 16% right now. Beyond Meat's obviously doing pretty well. BND. There you go. BYND. That one had a nice little pop from 100 to 109. That was a pretty decent, nice little mover for the coronavirus stock. EA, I mean, that one just took a little bit of a hit from 120, came right down to 113. It's kind of flat right here. And ATVI. These are all kind of earnings I kind of found out. So this one, obviously, I kind of like the best out of all of them that has a push. The thing about after hours, a lot of people always ask, and like, can we trade after hours, this and that? Honestly, I'm really not a fan trading after hours because, you're going into a slow market. You get a lot of action in the beginning, and then all of a sudden things start dwindling down. And, by being here, when we trade after hours, the spreads start getting bigger, starts getting rich. It gets kind of more speculative. But in the pre-market, the reason why we love the pre-market is because you're going into an open. So there's a lot of orders that are going to be jumping in at that time. At 9:30, we just have VIP access in there. And that's one of the mistakes a lot of people don't realize when they trade in today's markets. But that's what's really going on today. Now, regarding about stocks that we traded yesterday, I just want to talk about those. GNPX did really, really good right at the open. This was really a really nice winner. Some of you guys really cashed in on this one. Went from 240, and you could see right till 10 o'clock right there. Let me just blow the screen up here. You can see this thing. This thing just literally just lit up right to 440. Took the money and run. That was it with that stock right there. Great pop. Great. A lot of you guys did really well on that one. Norwegian Cruise Line. I'm going to talk about the cruise line stocks. That thing just took a huge beating yesterday, right out of the gate. We're going to talk a little bit about that in a little bit regarding about the cruise lines and airlines. And then I'm also WRK also was another nice little short right there, taking a big hit. But the C this and then also CLSK yesterday was a great little runner right there. So what happened is that in the pre-market, we have a bunch of stocks, not all of them move, but but then there's something that always comes up, and this really was probably our best trade yesterday. Just a really, really nice little pop. Went from like $1.50 all the way up to about $4.50. Where do you find that? Where the hell do you find those things? Those things is unbelievable. So everyone did really well on that one too. Now listen, that's the past. Let's talk about the present. Let's not worry about what happened yesterday. But there are some people that are getting affected right now regarding about certain stocks, including myself. Okay, including myself. So I want to talk about some of the stocks that the good, the bad, and the ugly. All right. So I want to start off talking with we got cruise stocks. Okay, so they took a big hit. Airlines took a big hit. I own it right in the middle. I mean, listen, let's be honest. Is anybody jumping on a plane anytime soon? Is anybody jumping on a cruise line any soon? You heard what Warren Buffett said. He said he dumped his stock. He took a huge hit on Delta Airlines. I mean, I was just following his lead. And listen, being a good day trader is going to make you a phenomenal swing trader. The problem about being a day trader, you're just too conservative. You're a lot more conservative. And, when you look at it, and sometimes you're too conservative. But you know what? If I wasn't that conservative, I would have got destroyed on certain stocks. Remember, I own Boeing when it tanked from 350 down to 170. I bought it at 170. I ended up selling it at 150. It dropped down to 110. Bought it there. And you could see, and you go back, and we did well on that one. I don't own Boeing anymore because it's not going anywhere. No one's buying planes anymore. But there are stocks that are doing really, really well, like Wayfair. That one, we talked about that one. That one just did phenomenal for us. That one, basically, this stock was $20, and it ran to 180. There's your coronavirus winner right there. Unfortunately, I didn't really realize until about $80, and so that one did pretty well. Unfortunately, I didn't own a lot of those because I was locked into other ones, and that was it. But that was swing trades. But the day trades, so far, day trading's been doing great for us, for all of us. Now, regarding about what's moving this morning, because I know that's basically what we're here to look at, I want to bring up this one. Obviously, we already know about. So let's go through the watch list and see what's moving. Now, the XRF, it's got a nice push. It's testing at the highs right now. The stock, you could see it. It did this was a short squeeze. We did trade this back in January in December. You go back to your journals, cyber traders, and look at it. All the traders in my trading room, go back and check that out because we did trade this stock. And another one that was another nice little cheapie that's moving this morning. And I kind of like this one, NIO. It's trading at the highs. We've been trading the stock all the time. What's nice about this stock too, if you are an advanced trader, obviously we don't want to trade in expensive stocks, but you could trade several thousand shares of the stock without a problem getting out. Look, you got 30,000 share buyers out there. I mean, sellers, 46,000 share sellers, 20,000. So this is more of a scalping stock for some ECN credit guy people that trade the stock also. But the stock is obviously moving, it's kind of flat right now, but I kind of like where it's trading right now on its resistance. It's right about here on the long-term chart. Now, those are pretty cheapies. Now, there are a couple other stocks also I found this morning. The CPSH. Now, this stock's up 72%. We trade this stock also back in January. It ran from $1.20 to about $3. She's up about 72%, 1.8 million shares, trading a lot of shares. This is not a penny stock, guys, because how do we know? Look at the there's no tenths of a penny over here on the level 3. So you could see you got some nice orders. Big seller right here. This is the problem. You see right here on the right, on the left, I'm sorry, right here on the intraday chart. Look at you see the resistance right here? We have a problem busting through 2. Okay. That explains that the reason why is because, it's not the 500 sellers doing it, not the 200 share, but it's the 40,000 shares, 21,000 at $1.90 and a 23. So if we can get through those guys, then the stock should do pretty well. but we got to bust through those big buyers. You got 10,000 share buyer right there on the bid. So that one is going to be on our watch list. We want to see if those guys get done. MDGS. This stock has been all over the place. We've been trading the stock. It's up 36% again. This stock is such a fun day trading stock, okay? You could see it right here on the long term. We've been trading this stock for the past week. Just remember, cyber traders, when we trade the stock, I just want to repeat it, and we always say in the trading room, take the money, okay? Don't think you're going to get a stock at 2 and sell it at 5, all right? Because you'll strike out more thinking you can hit a home run than hitting base hits. I always tell my traders in my trading room, who's a better baseball player, Joe DiMaggio or Mark McGwire? What'd they do? Joe DiMaggio hit the baseball 56 times. Mark McGwire, besides with the steroids, broke the world's record home runs. Who do you want on your team? The home run guy or you want the base hit guy? You know, and hands down, everybody knows that's what it's all about. So always focus on base hits. The home runs eventually are going to happen. It's all about the base hits. So be very, very good when it comes to stuff like that by following those big base hit orders. Another one, I want to talk about Beyond Meats because I forgot to mention that one. So Beyond Meat is up about 9% right now. I don't know if you're a food critic or a vegan, whatever it is. Maybe you hate them, maybe you love them, but you know what? We trade the stock. We did really well with the stock. I remember we traded the stock, went to $180 and came right back down to 60. This stock, I still can't. I don't know about long term or short term, but you know, it's been a pretty good day trading stock. But you need a lot of money to do this stock, so that's one of the reasons why I'm not a big fan of it. What else we got here? MVIS. So that one also we found this morning. This stock has been fun. We saw us at 20 cents, ran to $1.80. She was up pretty decent right now. Now she's backing off. Must have that big seller out there dumping it. But I know I might scratch this out. By the way, that could happen. That could happen. We're looking at something, and then all of a sudden, be like, you know, why did you change your mind? Listen, sometimes from experience, you can see the momentum. You see going into the market. You go into the open. If you don't have a push, don't waste your time. All right. So that's where we pretty much got those buyers and sellers. What else do I got? That's about it. You know what? There's not that much out there. I know there's a lot of earnings coming out, but not really seeing that much what's happening with some of these stocks out there. There's just a couple of them, you know, that looks pretty decent. Now, cyber traders, anything I'm missing? AP, somebody just brought up APT. Yeah, APT, really, really nice stock. I'm going to throw that on there. APT. Very good. Thank you very much for sharing that, Ben. Yeah, look at this stock. We traded this stock not too long ago. Went from 5 to about 40. That was a fun stock. So you know this is in your journals. So definitely check out your journals. Looks like it's starting to build a little bit of a Fausto flag. You got a nice 5,000 share buyer popping up right here at 1450. Not a lot of sellers. 14 shares, 50 shares. So the stock is obviously got a nice little push into it also. And yeah, I'm going to keep an eye on all these crew stocks. Once again, like I'm going to bring up this one. This one's very critical. American Airlines. This is at a breaking point. If this stock breaks this low right here, this thing is, I mean, this didn't go to 5. I mean, there's really, I don't know where it's going to go because you just broke through the floor. You got to focus on those buys and sells. Okay. I'm going to bring up the level 4 up here. Hold on really quick. Let me bring up my level 4 chart. Right now, we're just looking at level 3. Just gotta wait. I gotta load up the data. Data's gotta load up. All right, so you could see right here, there's a 40, there's a right here, you see this red line? There's a huge buy right here at 950 to 951. I mean, you're at a very, you know, critical support level right there. You break through that support level, this stock is having some issues. You can see already hit it there at 9 o'clock this morning. It did go back up. And we're back down up to that 60. But that 50, listen, you could see it right here on the long-term chart. So for everybody that is not a student, if you're watching me live right now, listen, one of the biggest things that we teach you guys, and you guys better understand this, you better know where the money is. Okay? You could throw, if you notice, there's no indicators, there's no fancy, you know, MACDs and Mr. You know, Fibonacci's and stuff. You got to follow the money. You don't follow the money, know where it is. You could do it. You could use all that scientific stuff that people keep telling you and how sexy it looks and makes you look like an analyst. Listen, forget it. Just go to the straight data. That's how things work. Follow the time in sales, and that's what it is. But these orders are very, very critical. Okay. All right. They're right now on you can see it right here. I'll bring it back up here. But right now you got a 38,000 and 11,000 share buyer, and he's been out there almost all day, all morning. So very, very critical point. What else you got? Oh, the DCAR moved. Yeah, there you go. All right. Here we go. DCAR. DCAR. Just found that in Cyber Group room. Very good, guys. 80 cents to $1.10. We'll keep an eye on that. That's got a nice little push. Let me see if I can bring it on level 4. DCAR. What we got here? Loading up some data. You got a big seller right here about $1.20. See all these buyers coming up here. A lot of reds, so that looks pretty good. So it looks like still got a push. All right. So anyway, what time is it? It's 9:18. So, once again, we got to get ready for the market to open up. And before I go, I just want to kind of just make one little, I want to tell you, you always like to be personal. You guys like family to me. So I just want to share something that happened to me yesterday. I got my teeth pulled. Okay. When you start getting your teeth pulled, that knows when you're getting old. All right. I had my molar pulled yesterday. And all I could tell you is that my kids got to be dentists. I mean, oh my God, my molar, the guy, I had 4 canals I had to pull out, yanking. It was emergency surgery yesterday. I had to take it out. I've been in a lot of pain. I've been blowing it off, but I don't want to leave because what's going on with trading. But I had to get done. I couldn't sleep at night. You know what? But that wasn't the painful thing. Because as a trader, you guys, you always think, how to hedge yourself, leverage yourself. I don't know. I'm new to this, but is it really cost $5,000 to replace a tooth? The surgery, the implant, the new tooth, is it really that much? Ron, it is. It's $5,000 for a tooth. My God, the guy took literally like 15 minutes, 10 minutes to rank the tooth out. Cost me like $1,500. My implants were $4,000. Ray, yeah, because I'm in New York, Ken, right? Yeah, I guess. Or actually, you know what probably happened? Maybe this is what happened. They wouldn't let me in the dentist office, right? Because obviously the whole coronavirus here in New York. So what they did was they said, they filled out your forms. They sent it to me. And then they said, wait in your car. The nurse is going to come out. It's going to get you paperwork, file you in. And then we're going to call you back and let you up. I guess after they looked at what car I was driving, everything else, like, oh, we're going to bang this guy over the head. Probably that's what ended up happening. You know what? I mean, what else could it possibly be? But I couldn't believe how much they charged me. Tijuana for the same procedure is $5, 500. Listen, you know what? This is my story about the whole thing. I'll just make the money back trading. That's it. You know what? What it is, what it is. I don't enjoy doing it. But anyway, I wanted to share it with you because I didn't know it cost $5,000. Actually, I actually had insurance. I got a 25% off discount. So it's going to cost me $4,000. So I got a discount. So, all right. Anyway, that's my story. I always want to tell you about my tooth. That's the first time, but I guess that's when when you're getting old, when you start losing your teeth. But anyway, guys, listen, market opens up in 10 minutes. Everyone here in the Cyber Group room, you see something, you say something. Today we got I'm going to be hosting a couple events. I'm going to be on Vantage Point. I will be on today at 1:30 on Vantage Point talking about that platform. They're going to take their platform and apply it to my day trading strategy. So if you have not registered, feel free to be there. And then also don't forget, we have open house tomorrow, like we always do here at Cyber Trading University. All right. So anyone here on Facebook Live or YouTube Live, you guys want to come and join us, you want to learn about day trading and understand how to follow the money, feel free to come and just click on the bottom link and just register and we'll get you signed up. Listen, the best thing that could happen to you is that you find something you finally enjoy and you make money with. But you got to have a good team and you got to have a good mentor. And it's not going to cost anything. It's free. And like I said, eventually, instead of spending money, see if it's for you and then go from there. All right, guys. Happy trading. We'll see you back. We'll be back on again at 2:30 to trade the afternoon. Good luck. Happy trading, everybody, and be safe.